All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about 6-2 today. Welcome to the nation of Burma, now known as Myanmar, otherwise known as Burma Nation. Anywho, 6-2 is talking about substitution for solving a system of equations. So on the screen right now, you guys have a step-by-step process in order for you to use this substitution method for solving the systems of equations. So we're going to solve one equation for one variable, then we're going to substitute that into the other equation, figure out what x or y equals, and then plug it back in to figure out what the other x or y equals, so that we'll have an ordered pair for our solution to the system of equations. So that's what's going on for today. Make sure you write down those steps. That'd be a good thing for you to have, as it's a process for you to solve using substitution. So let's get started. We'll show you the first examples of how we do this kind of thinking. Example number one, make sure you get this written down with myself. You guys told me not to use the phrase jot anymore, so there I am not using it. So we have two different equations. One of them already says y equals. So if y equals this stuff, what we're going to do is we're going to substitute that in for y. So here's the work. So it's going to say 2x plus, now instead of having a y here, we're going to have all that stuff that we had before. A negative 4x plus 12 is equal to 2. So again, we just substituted in what said y equals in for y. Now it's a matter of us combining like terms. So we have a 2x and a negative 4x, which makes us have a negative 2x plus 12 equals 2. Then all we have to do, folks, is just solve like we normally do. So we're going to get x by itself by subtracting 12 from both sides. So that means negative 2x is equal to a negative 10. And then when we divide by negative 2 on both sides, this is the step that you guys are really good at, x is equal to 5. So we know that x equals 5. If x equals 5, to solve for it, all we got to do is plug x back into one of the two equations. Now, it doesn't really matter, but if we want to figure out what y is, it'd be an intelligent move just to plug it into the first one because we have y by itself already. So when we substitute it back in, we have a negative 4 times that 5 that we solved for x plus 12. So it's a negative 20 plus 12. We get ourselves that y is equal to a negative 8. So x is 5, y is negative 8. Our ordered pair answer then is a 5 comma negative 8. If we were to graph these, we would have a solution at 5 negative 8. That means that's where the two lines are going to intersect, is at 5 negative 8. So that's how we solve by using the substitution method. That's probably the most simple thing that you're going to see for an example, because from here on out we have to solve for a specific variable. So in example 2, we probably want to get the x by itself in the first equation because all we have to do is add 2y to both sides to get the x by itself. So my equation now says x is equal to a 2y minus 3. And if x equals this stuff, now we just plug it into the other equation. So it's going to say 3 times a 2y minus 3. Now I put it in parentheses for a reason because that's this whole thing is x, plus 5y equals 24. Okay? When we do the work here, we have to distribute first, just like we showed you guys yesterday. This becomes a 6y minus 9 plus 5y equals 24. And again, we're trying to get all our stuff simplified, so we're going to combine like terms. We have now 11y's because 5 and 6y's makes 11y's, minus 9 equals 24. To get the y by itself, we're going to have to plus 9 to both sides. Again, you guys rock this out pretty well. 11y is then equal to 33, which tells us that y is equal to 3. So that's one part. Now again, we're going to substitute the y equals 3 into the problem up here at the very top, that first equation, so that we can figure out what x equals. So x is equal to 2 times 3 minus a 3. So that's 6 minus 3, and 6 minus 3 is 3. So x is equal to 3. That gives me the ordered pair of 3, comma 3, and that is my official answer for the system of equations. Now again, folks, this is the process that we are using. I'm going to ask that you do this problem on your own. So this will be something I'm going to have you guys check. We'll do this one when we get to class tomorrow. So this is a solution. I need an answer in an ordered pair from you. And we're also going to give this word problem on your own to see that you know how to do things. So again, folks, this is what we're trying to accomplish for today's lesson. We're just trying to get an x or a y by itself and then substitute it in, solve for that x or y, and then again substitute back into the other equation to get the x or y again. So hopefully this is something you guys find very, very easily. I try to keep it simple and short today so that you guys feel comfortable with your notes. Again, you have 2 problems, not 4, 2 problems that I'm asking you to do on your own so that when we come to class tomorrow we can discuss these things. I'm going to check them, so make sure you have them done. All right, folks. Peace out. Burma Nation. Signing off.